Ladies and gentlemen, Pool Dorks Worldwide, welcome to Railbirds TV. This is the 2023 Western BCA Championship here in Lincoln City, Oregon. We're stoked to have you. I'm stoked to be here. This is Summerfield Habner, like I said, coming to you live with Railbirds TV. This is a Silver 2. Where are we going here? Yeah. Yep, Silver 2 singles. Probably second round here. We got started earlier this morning. We got bonus coverage going on our other channel, and we'll be coming to you live until Sunday. We got another week of pool coming right at you. This is Vanessa Rabito versus Steve Krause. Steve won the leg, here to break. We are playing CSI Rules 8-ball, alternate break, rack your own. Open after the break, no matter what happens. Doesn't matter what you make. Open after the break. 8 on the break is not a win or a loss. You can have the option to respot it or to play it, spot it and play it where it lies. This is call pocket. As long as that ball goes in the pocket, doesn't matter how many rails or balls it hits on the way there. As long as it's legal pocket or legal strike, it counts. And this is, I'm going to verify that's race to 5. I think we might be race to 4 here. Is race to 4 or 5? It is race to 5. I should have known Kevin to be on top of that. Race to 5, here we go. I've been talking a lot about the break. This is head ball break. Seeing really varying degrees of success with this break. I am not a fan of the head ball break as much as I like head ball breaking. And that's kind of why that's a really nice spread of balls right there, and he just broke them really well for his opponent. So really good opportunity here for Vanessa coming to the table. We got bonus coverage going on the other table. Daryl Lund versus Brandy Berg. So yeah, tons of pool action coming to you from Railbirds all week long. Vanessa, strong player out of the Portland area. She and Mr. Sam Rabito play very, very strong scotch. No stranger to the game. Sam's one of the infamous referees. Does a lot of work for pool. I think Melissa made a good decision here. Or sorry, Vanessa. Taking solids. Play this with a little bit of outside coming back for the 5. She probably wanted to get a little straighter on that, but she's just going to have to come over and across. So just drawing off this ball a little bit, making sure not to get too far. Want to come closer to the 14 than to the 2 if you're coming back out for the 2 next. I like playing the 2, although coming from the bottom back on top of the 8-ball is the only tricky thing happening. She hit that really good. Gets a little nudge from the 14. So at this point, she's probably going to play down for the 6 ball, or probably the 3 ball next. Hey, I don't really like following into the pack here. I don't like trying to baby this ball. Can't really tell. Let's see here. Guess a better look here. Yeah, at this point, I mean, you can try and get behind the 6 ball, play the 6 underneath the 3, and that might actually be the best option here, is hitting a little bit of draw. Just got to make sure you don't over-roll that shot. If not, she may just try to run into that 6 ball and play the 3 next. 4 is a great key ball here. She's just going for the 4 now. Okay. So that opens up the 8 ball, which I like. Unfortunately, it leaves you tougher on this 2 ball here. But nothing she can't handle. But got both of those upper corner pockets open. Man, a pretty little window on this 3 ball. I kind of like the back cut and running around the table as long as you can miss the 10 ball. Last thing you want to do is get stuck on that top side of the table, not have a lane to that 3. Can see the 6 ball, so if you want to do something with the 6, you can. I might consider playing safe here. She's looking at just thinning the 6 ball. And if you feel confident with that shot, that's great. Hits that ball really, really well. Rolls in for a great shot on the 2 ball. There was some love off the 15, and she is in great position to win this rack. So 2 to the 3. I like leaving myself a back cut on the 3 to roll all the way around that 12-13. But if you can avoid doing that and just take the 8 back to the upper corner pocket, so 3 in the lower right, 8 in the upper right, that's probably a smart way to do it. She's left herself a pretty good angle. She might just roll up and take the cut. Got a couple options here. You can play through the 12-13, which the angle she has right now is probably the smart shot, as opposed to really trying to force it all the way around there. She looks like she's lining up with some English, though, trying to spin all the way around and caught that 13. So that's the only thing that can get in your way there, and all of a sudden she's in a tough spot. Bank line looks blocked. Yeah, I don't think you can bank around that 11 ball. She can back bank this at the lower left-hand corner pocket. I think you're going to see a safe here. Vanessa's a really smart shooter. She can kind of try and play up and behind those clustered balls, the 10-15, or she can try and play underneath the 12. I personally like the bottom side of the 12 ball. She's looking at the bank line, and I don't blame her. There's different decision making when it comes to shot selection between the divisions, and at this level, I think that taking a shot at this is probably a good idea. There less percentage of people are going to be able to run those 8 balls and out, even with an open table. So, had a shot at the win, takes a stab at it. Still gets, locked down. So yeah, great shot. Nice little run there. And unfortunately for Steve, he's left in a really tough spot. I like playing safe off the thin side of the 15 behind the 10. If you don't get behind the 10, you can get behind the 15. Just don't move it too far. You can also just play and use the 12 as your blocker ball, but I like to block like the whole directional path using a ball. At this point, if you're shooting, you're kind of forcing something. Looks like he's looking at the bank. I like to bank the ball too, Steve, so I don't blame you. It's a good shot. Plays the 2-way. Really nice shot. Doesn't quite make the bank, but puts her in a really tough position. I don't think she has a clear path to the ball, so got to be kicking this. Just taking a look at it. Maybe she can see the outside of that ball. Man, that's got to be a small little piece. Last thing you want to do is give up ball in hand here. Unfortunately, catches the edge of that 12 ball. It looked really thin there, but nice try there, Vanessa. Oops. Brandy taking down rack number 1 there on the bonus stream. All right, let's see how Steve picks this rack apart. It's bonus coverage. Yeah, yep. All right. Steve working his way through this rack. Got himself a little straight on this 10. Probably wants to play 10, 15, 13, 9, 12, or 12, 9, depending on if the 9 has a path. Lines up pretty close to the ball. Doesn't give himself a lot of room to really stroke through that ball. So kind of a punchy little stroke. You saw that kind of drift as opposed to pull back. We all have different styles. That's one of my favorite things about this game, is that everybody can approach this so differently. Kind of got a tweener there. I think he was hoping to get through without making contact with the 8, but nudged the 8, killing his speed. Kind of got to play the 15 in a pretty easy way to play a two-way here. You can play that 15 ball. If you make it, you're still shooting. If you don't, you're leaving a tough long ball with no cut on the 8 ball. This is not an easy end of the rack, though. He's going to have a long cut on the 13 ball. So I kind of like just rolling this and leaving myself as straight as I can on the 13. Oh. It looks like Steve was trying to... Oh, he thought he missed it. He definitely caught the outside edge of that pocket, but... Here's one where you don't want to let this ball roll. You want to hit this with kind of a crisp draw stroke. And does. Stops the ball, pops out perfectly. Beautiful shot there. So that was an excellent shot. That was not as easy as it looked. Rolls forward here for the 8 ball. Pulls down rack 1. That is Steve Krause taking down rack 1. Vanessa Rabito there to rack and break. Thank you guys for tuning in here to Railbirds TV. Like I said, I'm Summerfield Habner, coming to you with part of the Bad Boys Productions, and we are here at the Chinook Winds Casino. Fabulous Chinook Winds in Lincoln City, Oregon for the 2023 Western BCA Championship. We got all kinds of people to thank for being here. Ox Billiards, big shout out to Ox Billiards, one of the premier pool halls in the Northwest. If you're anywhere in the Seattle area and you love pool, you got to go to Ox Billiards. Sponsors of our fun day, we got the Biggle Box. They're here every time. Big part of the pool community out of Portland, Oregon. Savage Billiards out of Lane County. Savage making some big moves, putting out some really cool gear. Jam Up Apparel, big part of pool in America and throughout the world at this point. Q Sports International, Legends Billiard Hall, the Trough up in Portland. I love the Trough, all those guys. I mean, I don't know anybody that does more with less space for pool than the Trough does. So big shout out to them. Player Sports Bar in Kennewick, Washington, as well as, I think that's Everett. Let's say Everett. Linex, the Side Pocket down in Eugene, Oregon. Wiley's Side Pocket. They don't call it Wiley's for nothing. It is awesome there. Rose City Billiard Club, Striker Fishing Rods, and mostly by all of you. So thanks for tuning in here at the Western BCA Championship. This is Vanessa Rabito to break. Headball break off the rail. Little elevated cue. Probably going to see a pop off this and hoping to squat around the center of the table. So unfortunately a miscue on that break. That's going to give option to her opponent. It looks like he's going to allow her to shoot it again. I think that's a really courteous thing to do. There's players out there that would criticize that, but I think I don't want to win that way, you know. Vanessa with a really strong break. Again, that's a head ball break, but hit that very square second time around. All right, and a good-looking rack here. Let's see what we're looking at. Solids look pretty good. Solids looks like the answer to me, mainly based on the 12 and 13 ball, as well as your starting shot. Only thing to think about here is the 4-2-5. Kind of got to clear that 2-5 or get ready to play a combo. She might go right at it now. She's got a good line on it. That combo's very makeable. Really smooth sailing after you make that combo too. And she may just kind of work around it and come back for the 4 later. Let's see how she would like to go about it. All right. Wanted to get that ball out of the way. Sometimes balls hanging on balls, you know, or something you want to get out of the way. I think she liked her position on the 4 a lot more than she likes having to get back on the 4. But I think that's what we're going to see is just kind of an over and back. It's that soft. I guess she was going for the 7 next. So it looks like she's probably going to try and play the 7 to the 2, 2 to the 5, 5 to the 4. The 4 ball goes all the way to that upper right-hand corner, and she may just not. Yeah, I mean, she's already going to be on that side of the ball. Hold up, sugar. At this point, it's kind of looking like 2, 4, 5. This is one where you want to either plan on hitting the 5 or draw around the 5, but not wanting to overhit this ball too much. That's a great shot. Avoids making contact. I mean, dead in on the 4 ball. Even though the 4 is easier to get on the 8, I still think I'm going to play the 4, 4, 5. She might think about it differently. I mean, if you have a good queuing position from there, then playing the 5 to the 4 is... Neither one of those are difficult shots. One's just a lot further away from the pocket. Yeah, you're on that 4 ball. Get her out of the way. She's comfortable moving the cue ball. Good shot. This angle here, I think she's probably going to go into the foot rail and back out. I don't like forcing the draw stroke if I don't have to. There's trouble. Doing all right. Yeah. Nice. Came a little short, but she's just fine. Didn't want to come wide on that. That was the only real thing to avoid here. And with a shot on the 8 ball to try and make it 1-1. Beautiful shot. We are on the board, 1-1. Steve to break. If you guys out there are liking what you're seeing, liking what you're hearing, interested in pool action, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That's going to let you know every time we go live and bring you this awesome Northwest pool action. 2 streams going right now, streaming and commentating this table. This is table 9 here in this room of 74 tables. Beautiful diamond tables here at the Western BCA Championship, just the way we like it. Incredible Littman lights over every single one. The one, the only, the infamous Dean Harper walking by saying hello. Owner of one of the most infamous pool halls of our area, the Dean's Pool Hall. Still one of the best players in the area, even though he likes to golf more than play pool. But it's good to see his face. Cheers, man. All right, over on table 2, Brandy trying to make it 2-0. Drills it. All right. If you like what you're hearing too and you know other people that will, let them know. Tell them about what we're doing here. We want people tuning in and checking this out. I can't tell you how many people I know who have gained an interest in playing pool from watching pool, and not trying to toot anybody's horn, let alone my own, but it's really cool to see how many people are interested in this game. I myself am self-conscious about what a dork I am for this game, but it's really interesting how many people are just naturally drawn to this game that we love so much. So let people know we're out there. I am going to share this right now on social media. So head ball break gets that wing ball to fall, 2 to fall. Unfortunately, pretty clustery. So couple down, still shooting, but yeah, that's tough action there. You can't really tell. He's looking on the next shot. Might have a shot on this 1 ball. He's looking pretty hung up on the 12, though. Got a referee right there. I might think about calling him. He just tries to play it safe. I think he might have left a little gap to the 3 ball. And honestly, I want to be solids here. There's more balls on the field. He got a couple problem balls. I don't know if that 5 ball goes. 1 ball goes. Yeah, you like starting with a 3 ball here. 3 to the 6. 6 maybe to try and break out the 5-2. I guess I like using the 1 to break out the 5-2 a little more. That's not the 2, that's a 10. Well, great. And the 5 might even have a pocket in that lower left, so she should do that instead. Starting with this 3. I think she's going for the 6 next. She wants to push through it. All right, looking for the combo next. Drills that combo. Still kind of figuring out what to do with that 5 ball. 2, or the 1 ball isn't a problem. And you can use the 1 to get on the 5, but man, it's just such a narrow window. And now that 12 may be hampering her pocket. All right, excuse me while I get this shared out there, so hopefully we get some more people in checking it out. Well, if it wasn't blocked before, it is now. I don't believe she can see the 5 to cut it up table. If she can, that's the shot. If she can make that 5 in the upper left-hand corner pocket, 7, 1, 8. And it does look like she can. It's tough to tell on this monitor. That 12 looks real close to the cue ball. Nope, that's what she's looking at. Taking herself another look. I've never been upset that I looked too many times. I've definitely been disappointed in myself and I didn't look enough. So easy to get frustrated with yourself and shoot something like as though you're punishing yourself or like you've given up, and it's good to see this amount of composure, especially at this level. These are 447 versus 445, so lower rated players, but I can tell you for certain that these guys play with a lot of skill. The variation in Fargo is really interesting. There's so many good players with such lower rating, and consistency is a big part of that. My favorite saying about Fargo is Fargo's not going to tell you what will happen, it'll tell you what has happened. And pretty much anybody in this room can run a rack at the right time. It's just a matter of how they're playing when they're not playing as strong. So, how they maintain their composure. So far, these guys playing a competitive match. Steve Krause at the table. Steve opted to take the long ball as opposed to the thin slice on the 12. I'm not sure what this 15 really gets him. That's my only concern with that, unless he's a safety-minded individual, and it appears as though he is. I don't think either one of those balls have a pocket. If she can see the 7 to cut it, she's got action. She's rolling. I do not know if she can, though. She's taking a look at it. Vanessa trying to play safe there. Leaks a little high. Gives a shot on that 12. And she's chuckling. I think that's about the best stance we can take when we're disappointed in the shot we take, is just laughing at ourselves and moving on. None of us are pros. Ooh. All right, well, ties those back up. One ball does not look like it has a pocket any longer. He does have a breakout here, though. Drawing off this 13 gives you a good breakout on the 10, 11, 10, but look out for that 8 ball if he takes it. That 10-8 looks wired in the side, so got to be really careful with that breakout. Looks like he does have a cut on the 15 as well. I mean, I don't know what else he can do here but try and break these balls out. Oh, he's got a path to the 10. If that 10 ball goes, that's great. 10 ball goes. Little discussion about whether that was a good hit or not. Gonna see. Gonna go back and that's showing the aftermath of the replay. Yeah. All right, and we're back. Thought I got lost in replay land. I do think it was a good hit. Back cut on that 15. We're taking a big swing on that one. Making the ball, unfortunately leaving himself all the way down on the bottom side of that table. Well, he's got a shot at it. 13 balls open. If you do this, you really want to roll that 13, although he looks like he's lining up for the combo. That's a trickier combo than it looked like. That 11 was pretty close to the rail, 13 off the rail. Good shot here for Vanessa to get to the second game down. Probably 5-1-7 here. 5 upper left, 1 lower left, 7 upper right, 8 ball lower right. Just got to make sure you get either. I like playing underneath the 8 ball as opposed to between the 11-8. So just punch out a little bit here to make sure you don't leave yourself too steep on the 1. Vanessa acknowledging she bumped that 13 ball a little bit. She might want that ball moved back. We'll see what he decides. All right. He says go ahead and move it back. I don't think it made any difference one way or the other. Might have made that pocket a little more tight, but that's about it. Look out. Oh, catches both points, gets away with it. Ooh. Dances her way out of that pocket. Excellent. Little back cut on the 7. Again, this is one where I think I can't really tell how steep it is, but I like playing across that side rail and back out as opposed to try and baby it. And she likes a full stroke. You saw it there. She takes her shot when she's got it. She's not hoping it's going in. She's putting it in. And I like that. Just want to make sure you don't draw this ball too much. Just like that. Very nice shot, Vanessa. I think she's probably going to go around the 8 ball. You can try and sneak between the 11-8. Get a really natural path to go with some outside English all the way around that 8. I think that's what I'd do. Can also play inside. Inside means you don't take any risk of coming in contact with the bottom of those balls. And it kind of looks like that's what she's lining up for. So up between there. Leave yourself a little back cut, but she's just fine. Taking a good look at it. One of the things that I really like is standing back, staring down the barrel of that shot. You'll see me do it time and time again. It's probably kind of annoying to play me. Like I don't know where the ball's supposed to go, but I really believe the more I sit there and look at that shot, the better my odds are of making it. Daryl with a foul over here, and I'm not sure that Brandy saw it. Yep, wasn't paying attention. All right. Sorry, Vanessa. Taking that game down, taking a 2-1 lead, and breaking. Vanessa had a fabulous break last time. Wow. All right, like I said, thanks for tuning in out there in the YouTube world. This is Railbirds TV. My name is Summerfield Habner, coming to you live from Chinook Winds Casino and Resort out here in Lincoln City, Oregon. Thank you so much to this casino for all they do for this tournament, for pool in general. This is the first time these tables aren't going to be taken down between events. We got BCA all week long, APA coming up next week, and just pool action in the Northwest. I love it. Northwest not traditionally known for their pool, but especially in the rainy season, we got a big player base, largest regional tournament in North America. Come on down and check it out. Hey. One of the casino staff coming by, saying hello, recognizing us. They're pretty much family at this point. They take real good care of us. Huge shout out to Western BCA for making this happen. Bigger shout out to Bad Boys for putting this all together, bringing us these fabulous diamond tables, these Littman lights. Huge shout out to Rick and Bonnie Jones, Kenny Jones, Kobe up there. I'm a little biased. They are sponsors of mine, and they treat me really, really great. But I can tell you for sure they're the best in the business. So big shout out to Ox Billiards, sponsors of this stream and of this event. We're doing really important things for pool in the Northwest. Not a lot of people have access to snooker equipment, to Chinese 8-ball tables, to the new Rason tables, which are kind of becoming the world standard at this point. Not saying the diamonds aren't still the world standard, but Rason definitely doing a lot of work in the pool world. And to all the people sponsoring Fun Day. These guys are terrific. Make sure to show them some love and support. And thank you for tuning in here with Railbirds TV. This is Vanessa Rabito out of Portland, Oregon to break, leading 2-1 in the silver division. I think this is round 2, silver 2 singles action. Let's Speaking of sponsors, that is Mr. Steve Lingelbach walking by right now, co-owner of Bigglebox, bringing you all your billiard needs. And they just don't stop. They're going from here to APA Nationals. Wherever pool is, you're probably going to find a Bigglebach. All right, so dry break that time. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. They're all there. Yeah, nothing really tied up for the solids except that 2 ball. I don't think the 2 the 2 does pass to you. 11. Yeah, this might be a wide open table here. If you can roll forward off the 7 and play the 2 next, as long as you navigate the 3-5 well, you're in good shape. Hangs that ball, barely missing. No referee over there, informative of something. And that will bring Vanessa back to the table. Stripe's not looking too bad either. Doesn't look like the 10 passes the 4, and the 15-11 is a little tricky where it's at right now. So trying to figure out what she's doing here. I kind of like trying to break it out right now with the 12 ball. I just want to make sure. Oh, she's looking at the 9. I think the 9 actually goes around it. I think the 9's going into the 4-10 naturally, but that's one of your problems. And if you get in there, that's going to help you play the 11-15 in that lower right-hand corner. Perfect. So breaks that ball out, takes over the side pocket. Gosh, unfortunately, I don't think she's got a line on the 10 to make it. So still got to figure out a way to get underneath that 10-11 and probably make contact with a 3-10 at some point, because that just doesn't go. She could also play under and use the 15-11 to combo that ball. It looks pretty wired in there. Drawing into it, barely missing that ball. Excellent try. Now I think she's just got to go under it. Not sure if she sees the combo quite yet, but she will. Just playing safe. It's a smart shot. Unfortunately, she might have left the gap between those balls to the 2. Does look like the 2 ball goes. So gap to the 2. Brandy taking a 3-0 lead over on the other table. Good shooting there. Another look at that table. John Scudder, again, one of our... What? You're a loser? Now the whole world knows. Oh. I'll make sure I tell the people. John's recounting his errors there. Meanwhile, Steve Krause showing a combo master here. He likes taking those early combos, and it definitely opened things up here. So a little more open. Didn't want to make contact with that 5, pushing it towards the rail. That makes this shot a lot more difficult. Doesn't have a line on the 7. Looks like he's going to try the 5 in the side, but I tell you, that is tougher than it looks. This is one where it's easy to be intimidated by cutting that ball all the way down, but That pocket is so much larger at the corner, at the bottom corner. Great shot, eagle eye there. Shoots it well. Staying down on a shot, making sure everything's going well. I don't think that 3 passes, and unfortunately, he's going to have to get on the other side of the 3 ball to take it. So he's either going to try and make contact with that 310 right now, or going to leave himself for the 4 next. It might be smart to play the 4 now, then the 7 to get on the 3. And that looks like what he's calling. Yeah. It's the risk there. It's definitely a tougher shot. The ball hanging in the pocket, I'm not sure. Well, you might see a safe here. If she doesn't have a line on that 14 ball, and I don't think she does. Top. Yeah, I think you're going to see a safe. Because nothing doing with that 15-11. 13 balls blocked by the 7. I would consider making the 7 with the 13 and trying to double up to 3-4. Except the 3 might sneak by that 4 ball. This is kind of a tough spot here. It almost looks like you can make the 4 with the 15-11. And it looks like she's trying to get... All right, just covering it up. That's a good shot. Does leave a bank on this 4 ball, but I like that. It's making him take the risk. And I mean, at this point, if he banks it in and runs out, that's the risk he took, you know? But I like that shot. And I think, I mean, if you ask me, that's kind of what you got to do at this point. Bank this ball in and run out. You still have the 310 covered up. And if you make this bank, okay, I'm trying to play safe. And does freeze up on the 11. I think that opens up the pocket for the 15 ball, though. Vanessa's just got a lot to work with here. If I'm her, I'm definitely, and I got a line on it, I'm taking that combo to play the 310 on the side. So 11, 310, I think, is your option. It solves most of your problems except the 13 ball. 14 ball's a stiff back cut, but it may get you out of the 310 situation. She wants to leave it and force him to shoot, which is never a bad idea. That might be what she's thinking. The bank is taken away at this point. She may be banking it and drifting down. All right, well, banks that ball, gets a 3 ball out of there, replaces it with the 14, and I can't tell if the 14-10 is wired anymore, or at this point. But I like that shot. Also blocks the 3 ball from being hit. Only a thin piece of the 4 ball. 7 ball still there, but you can tell Steve doesn't want to move it. He's looking at the combo here. He does love his combos. I just can't tell if that goes. You guys tell me. I can tell a little better from this angle. It feels like that 4 is coming wide. I mean, maybe if you come underneath it and make contact with the 11 first. That might be makeable. He's calling it. Taking a good long look here. Mr. Steve Krause. And he does. He makes contact with the 11 first. That 4 did look like it was going. This is a wide open table here for Vanessa. Leading 2-1 here at the Western BCA Championship. This is second round Silver 2 action. I shouldn't say that quite so confidently. I'm pretty sure this is second round. I don't know that that 14-10 goes. I don't know that it needs to. I think she can get on top and just make the 10, but still got to worry about what happens with the 14 from there. All right. Yeah. Didn't want to make contact with that 14 ball. If you don't have to move it, don't do it. At this point, 15, 14, 13, 8. Kind of on the rail, so you don't really want to fire this ball. I think I'm just going to roll this in. You don't mind a little back cut on the 14 anyway. That's the direction you're rolling. Taking a good look at it. Man, she likes to fire that ball square in the back of the pocket. Courteous player, allowing Daryl Lund on the other table to shoot his 8 ball. Oh my gosh, barely missing it. I do feel like that was a little unnecessary to fire that ball quite as much, but sometimes that just feels good. You know, it gets your confidence rolling, hitting the back of the pocket. I have a tendency to hit this with high inside just to get a little greedy and try and get even closer to the ball. She plays it smart, just plays high English. Makes about 2 inches worth of difference. And at this point, kind of left yourself a high. I like playing this 2 rails. I like playing to the head rail, right side rail, and back out for the 10. Kind of straight to do anything else. You can play it with high outside, and a lot of people do prefer that. I have a tendency to do that, to kind of lose. I feel like I get a little more natural roll going the other way. But I play outside English, or inside English, to stop my speed all the time, so I understand. Use yourself a very makeable cut here. Nice thing when you're a 9-foot player is nothing seems too long on a 7-foot table. So definitely plays plenty of 9-foot pool. Nice long bridge. Beautiful shot. Never a doubt. Taking a 3-1 lead, Vanessa Rabito. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Here at the Chinook Wins Open. Western BCA Championship. I don't think we have a Chinook Wins Open anymore. We are here at the Chinook Winds Casino and Resort, though. Lincoln City, Oregon. 74 tables in a single room. And we are sitting here in the booth saying hello to you. This is Summerfield Havner coming to you live. Thanks for tuning in. Back to that one. Yeah. Who can steer? Me, kind of. Taking a little break. It looks like Vanessa is sneaking away. And, yeah, if you get a chance, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. It's going to let you know each and every time we go live here with Pool Action. Kevin and Sherry Ross at Railbirds Production, some of the best in the business. I just love working with them, and I've been able to do a bunch of Derby City Classic matches with them, and that has been really, really fun. They said they're only about halfway through, and they're releasing matches every single day. They're here for 10 or 12 days, and they still are keeping a match released every single day. I see why Vanessa ran away. She went to go get herself a turtle rack, and that's a good move. It's something you'll hear me talk a lot about is we have the technology, a superior technology that's available. It's very cheap. And I just, especially in 8-ball where the break is everything, I don't understand not using that turtle rack. It's just such a powerful tool. It gives you a tight rack every time. Once it's bent, once it's broken, trash that thing. Throw it away. Don't keep trying to use it. But until then, use the dang thing. They're incredible. All right. Brandy Berg on the other table there. Taking herself a 4-0 lead. Going to 5. Hey. Pretty cool. This is day 1 of singles. We just finished up Scotch doubles last night. That was always a party. Things get serious now. Singles goes on for the next few days. Team starts Thursday, I believe. And like I said, 74 tables out here. It's awesome. If you've never been to a room like this, it's pretty cool. The best of the pool dorks in the Northwest all show up here. A couple names lacking this year, and we're sad to not see them show up. But for the most part, if you play pool in the Northwest, this is a tournament you don't like to miss. Life happens to a bunch of us. Hey, how you doing? Daryl Lund breaking the balls over there on table 10. Trailing 4-0 to Brandy Berg. Got a little break going on here. Give a shout out to our sponsors. Ox Billiards. They are as good as it gets, man. We were just up there for a bank pool tournament. Not at Ox. We were there playing in Auburn, but got to go into Ox. Got to shoot some snooker. Got to shoot a little Chinese 8-ball. If you guys haven't shot on a Chinese 8-ball table and you watch any Chinese 8-ball, I really encourage you to give it a try. It reminds you how incredible these players really are. I mean, those tables are tough. Great place to do it. It's really cool. They do a membership program there where you can have 24-hour access as a member. You get a key card. What's up? And yeah, you still pay an hourly rate, but you're able to go in at any time. So people like me with crazy schedules are able to get in there and practice whenever you want. They have remarkable snooker equipment. They just had the World Snooker Championship there. It's pretty neat. Like I said, right in the heart of downtown Seattle. You get a chance, check out Ox Billiards. If you get a chance, show these guys some love and support because they show us a lot of love and support. These are the guys sponsoring the 26th Annual Fun Day at the Western BCA Championship. Back to pool action. Steve Krause to break. And it is 3-1. Steve sticking with that head-on break. Hasn't had a lot of success with that, but there's a ball draining it. And a good spread this time. So I think he made a ball the first time and the third time. Dry break the second, but got kind of a poor spread. So let's see what he can do with this one. 12 ball, a little bit on the high side of the pocket there, but it still looks cuttable. Got some traffic problems there for stripes. He's calling the 2-ball. I don't really like using that 2-ball because it takes away your options how to deal with the 7-8. If you're gonna, oh, he was playing the 3, excuse me. Trying to get it to hold up, but it was too late. All right. 2-ball your obvious shot here. You want to do something to get yourself a shot from the 6. What's up, man? Yeah, bam. Really want to use that 6 to disrupt the 7-8. Ideally, you would like to get underneath it to be pushing it away from the rail as opposed to at the rail. But can't be too choosy. Does that 5 pass the 9? If that 5 gets past the 9, it's looking pretty good. I sure don't like saving that 6, 7, 8 for the end. Stops that ball real well. Looks like he's playing on the 4 to the 1, the 1 to the 6, I would imagine. And pretty natural 3-rail shape here to get from the 1 to the 6. As he gets too straight. Yeah, I don't want to be going into that first rail and then running around. Unfortunately, he is pretty straight here. Joined in the booth by the one, the only, the Railbird herself, Sherry Ross.
Well, hello, Summerfield.
How you doing?
We're doing good.
Good.
Nice little break.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so he's thinking about the 6 now because he got himself so straight.
Okay. As soon as I sit down, I get questions.
Naturally. Right when you put the headset on,
that's
when
you
they come out.
You look official then,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And they go, oh, wait, you look like you're broadcasting. Yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yep. I know you're on the air, but I'm not sure he's going to like that. Yeah, I think Steve might have waited a little too long to deal with that trouble ball. I think at this point you're going to have to think about playing safe. It looks like he's still got a line on the 6. I like playing off the thin side of the 6 and underneath the 15 ball.
Yeah, he's solid. He's got a little bit of a problem here. I'm definitely not going for this. But that's when you get down into it's nothing negative against the lower brackets, but when you get down into the lower brackets, This is what they do.
They're make ball pool.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with that. They're out there having fun. That's what this is about. They want to compete, and they're having fun competing. And it's not about playing perfect pool to them. I mean, they want to play it the best they can. They want to win. It's experience and learning, too.
Yeah.
No, I learned very early on that, you deal with it, especially when you're playing against the lesser players.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to get 2, 3, 4, 5 chances at the table. And why do you want to leave your stuff messed up?
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the things that I think is really value about commentary for the lower rated players is being able to look back on it and see the decisions they make, and you remember that energy because you're so caught up in staying at the table and getting to the next ball.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he was thinking if I can cut that ball in, at least I'm going to have a bank on that.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of hoping for that thing, whereas you really start picking apart percentages, and all of a sudden you're like, why am I even beginning to shoot at that ball?
No, and learning what productive safeties are and things like that. You start to learn that and stuff. And, when we're talking about stuff like that back here, we aren't doing it to be negative against them at all.
Absolutely.
We're seeing what we see, what we would possibly shoot. And it doesn't even mean that it's the right shot to shoot what we're seeing, right?
One of the things that I love and hate about commentating is I watch people come to watch me play pool, and they're just like, what are you doing? I commentate at a far higher level than I play, for sure.
Right. Oh, I do too.
Because we never miss balls sitting up here.
Right. Well, and and if you have the knowledge in it, when I started playing pool at the age of 13, I was taught from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken lessons from multiple people around the country. I can't remember the gentleman's name. He used to live in Oregon. Taught Nick Varner and some other people around. I took lessons from him a few times. Belinda Calhoun, Campos, whatever he taught her. I have lessons with JD and with Glenn. And some people back in Florida, this little old Chinese man back in Florida that taught me more fundamental mechanics and how
Yeah.
your body works.
Hmm. That's a really big deal, getting your body in a position to be successful.
Yeah,
And that's,
and understanding like something as simple as closing, gripping with the pinky. You've already started to turn your wrist. If
Mhm.
you've got your pinky
Oh
locked
yeah,
around your pull stick, relaxing the toes, it's near impossible to jump up if your toes are
hmm.
relaxed. You have to flex them to stand up.
Ooh, I like that.
Things like that. There's all kinds of them, but just, things that help you, because so many people, they turn their wrist. You let that pinky hang down, and it's even hard. You have to start to pull that in to
Totally.
turn the wrist.
Yeah,
And, just how body mechanics was one of the biggest things he taught me. I had a
I
death
like
grip
that.
on my cue.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I should be able to come over for most shots and pull that cue right out of your
Right
hand.
out of there. Yeah, that's so crucial. This guy has shot every save or every combo he's been given, and he's made a ton of them.
So we're
Great eye for combos.
the 7,
7,
14,
14,
6, that
6,
over there,
15, 6.
yeah, whatever it is over there.
I think he's just calling it in case it goes. Wow, and I mean that thing was
Yeah.
almost dead on line. Great shot there, Steve. Good hit. There was a little discussion about whether a shot earlier was a good hit. I think it was more just that it was hard for her to see, and
Yeah.
just verifying that it was a good hit.
Yeah. So is Brandy done over there, or are they on a break?
I think they're on a break.
Okay.
I believe that score is correct, though. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's 4-0. James wanted to come commentate her match, and I was like, oh, sorry, bud.
We don't do commentary on that table.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have the other little sound mixer anymore because we did the Efren and Feder challenge, that exhibition match, and it was supposed to be 9-ball. So we sent the little mixer and a headset to oh goodness gracious, commentator up in Canada, Jimmy White.
Okay. Yeah.
Jimmy was going to commentate the match with Mark White, and then they changed to one pocket, and neither of them do one pocket, so we sent our mixer and everything up there, and it never even got used. But anyhow, yeah, if we had that, we would be able to plug it into the other machine, but we only have the one.
They won't do one pocket?
They don't like one pocket. They don't understand it to commentate. And if you're a professional commentator, you're not going to put yourself out there like that, right?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. She got some spinach on that one. Hello.
I think she wanted to catch that a little more thin than she did.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, she was trying to come around and bust those balls out. I do not like forcing anything here.
Nah, Vanessa's been around the game for a long time.
Yeah, she fires the ball, man. I really like her game a lot. No stranger to moving the cue ball. You can tell she plays some 9-foot pool.
Yep. And she stopped playing for a while. So I first met her and Sam when Vanessa was going to school to get her nursing degree, I think. And then they moved out of the Pacific Northwest for a while.
Got it.
And so that was when I first met her, was 20 whatever some years ago.
I don't want to make this ball. I think I want to roll that 13 right up by those balls so that I have something to break out with. She's got another swing at it here, though.
Yeah, you can cut it to the side and go at it, because I think it's you're flirting with the side pocket if you try to go forward, maybe.
I kind of like drawing off this and leaving him behind the 8-ball here. I mean, she definitely got a stab at it, but boy, shooting off the rail, that is not an easy shot.
Yeah, no, it's not.
There's my partner. It's fortunate.
Can't call her Steph Heff anymore, though.
I know.
But the Draculiak's a pretty cool last name, you gotta say.
It is. She pointed out she's up on the wall over there. I was like, oh man, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I've never made a billboard, but to be fair, I'd take up the whole billboard. So. Trying to play safe here.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna see another combo.
You think so? Yeah. I'm thinking that from what you're saying, yeah, we're probably going to be seeing one here. And that, that 14 actually helps it to
Yeah,
keep the 15 on track.
you gotta fire this ball though. You really gotta make
Oh
sure you
yeah.
don't get stuck. The 7 ball.
So
Making the 6 isn't the hard part.
are you
Getting the
trying to
7
go
free.
forward with the cue ball here and hoping for a good kiss off of the 9, or are you coming out backwards?
I think out and backwards is
Yeah.
probably safer.
Yeah. Not
How
to
about
get
you?
caught up
Same?
in stuff in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
And if you're hitting it that hard, you have a chance of the 9 ball coming in and muddling stuff up.
Yeah, or maybe I mean if you're ramming and jamming this, look at the 9 and the pot, the 8 ball across side there. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yep. He needs to hit that firm.
And he's
7
made
ball
it.
comes out beautifully.
Look at this. So he went forward with it.
Yeah. He's one long cut away. Yo. He's baffled.
He's baffled, like, how am I not straight in here? I'd just be happy to have a shot.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be thrilled with this.
I'm still at the table.
hmm
Her stuff is still messed up. 8 ball's right there in front of the hole.
Hard part of this is you got to come over and back, so
Yeah,
you don't want to.
hit it with a good pace so that but
Yep.
you don't need to be getting stuck behind something silly behind the 9 ball.
Yeah. And I mean, you look at it from this angle, it's a huge pocket.
Yeah.
You need to feel lucky to be shooting the shot. If you don't feel lucky, walk away, take a drink of your soda,
Yeah.
come back and think that your opponent left you this, and you're thrilled.
And these angles are actually some of my favorite. Something else that I was taught, that's center of the hole, but you gotta, well,
You
it's
gotta hit
already
the
up,
ball.
he's up in the corner,
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's got a clearance on the 9. Has he
Just
got
a tricky
clearance,
spot.
clearance?
He's going to kick this ball. All right.
But those shots there, what I do is I imagine that the pocket's only a couple inches in front of the object ball instead of all the way down the other end of
Totally.
the table,
I like that.
and then play shape.
hmm That's a good idea. Just put your little wicket out there.
Yeah, well, that's what you'll see if you, when I used to play all the time, I put, and these 2 fingers represent the center of the pocket,
hmm
or these, whichever ones you can get in around the ball. But for me, it's usually these 2.
He's not saying this ball. Ooh, nice try.
Yeah.
He might have been jumping that one. Jumped up a little bit, and yeah, boy, it is messed up here.
Yeah, because those shots, if the pocket you're shooting it in is only a few inches away, you look at it, go, "Psh, that's easy all day long. That's
All day.
cake, right?"
Yep. There's no such thing as a hard cut. Every cut's just a
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
Some are thinner than others.
Yeah, you put that pressure on yourself by the distance of the ball has to go and this and that. So
Totally.
just get rid of that part of the equation.
And I think we all kind of start out by recognizing how we naturally miss shots. Like I think that's an easy one to naturally miss fat. And then all of a sudden you start overcompensating, and all of a sudden you figure out how to hit the one in the middle. And
Well, and you have to learn what the actual center of the pocket is, because everybody goes
Totally.
and they look at the center of the opening. Well, that center of the opening is not the center of your hole on this shot.
Yep, totally.
And you have to understand that too. You're aiming at the
Outside
what you
edge.
can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you can actually see when you're looking down from that object ball.
Mhm. Well, there on table number 10, Daryl Lund getting on the board with a fabulous bank shot. 4-1.
Well, there we go. Is it going?
Ooh, wow.
Well, yeah.
Well, she just played a great shot.
Yeah. Everything's open now.
Had to get all the way under that ball. Almost pockets the ball. I mean,
What do you think here about calling the 8 cross side and pocketing the 15 with your cue ball here?
I like that. I think at this point, if I'm Steve, I really want to focus all my energy on pocketing this ball.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna try and make the 15, I'm probably gonna be jacking up and trying to draw a little bit. I don't think the natural line's there, and for me, that's just not as natural of a bank. So I really want to force myself to. make
He's
it.
looking at banking it the other way.
hmm What I like about what you're saying is you have a lot better odds of getting lucky and leaving her tough if you make that 15 ball.
Yeah.
So I like that way of thinking.
Yeah, well, he's banking it the other way, and he could have a little collision with the 9 here of the cue ball.
Really want to make sure you don't catch the back half of this 9 ball and scratch down in that
Yeah.
lower right-hand corner pocket.
It's in.
Drilled that ball. Wow.
Look at that.
Hey, and he's stoked. Going to 3-2. Excellent shot there by Steve Krause. Let's go.
It's way over here.
Aha.
Because you just updated the score over here a little bit ago.
Got it.
Yeah, so I told Kevin, what do we got to do to get little things out there so that they can update the score?
Right? Especially over there.
Yeah, right? That's why I said, even if it's just the one. Not even beads. Where they're actually doing it here.
Yeah. Totally.
Bring a tablet in and connect it to it wirelessly and just set it over there and let them.
I like that idea.
But just for, especially like I said, that table there.
Yep.
Hey,
No matter how much attention you pay, all of a sudden you look over and you're like, oh, it happened. They finished.
Yeah, you wait and wait and wait, and I'm watching, and you're watching, and then turn your head for a second, do something else, and yep, it's done.
Well, this is Sherry Ross and Summerfield Habner with Railbirds TV coming to you live from the 2023 Western BCA Championship. I have a confession to make. Apparently last night I was talking and nobody was here with me, and I had 2 people come up and they're like, nice shout out to Bad Boys. I guess I said I was with Bad Boys TV.
You did it once.
And I didn't even realize that.
You did it once today, too.
I did it today?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You got to get a little cattle prod and jab me.
Well, no, when we were just back over at the hotel and Kevin was watching, maybe he was watching something from last. I thought it was.
I think it might have been last.
Maybe it was last night.
So mindful of it.
He's like, and you were like, and with Bad Boys TV, and we're like, no.
No, you're not. To be fair, I have absolutely said with Railbirds TV on Bad Boys TV.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We don't have a problem with Bad Boy. It was just funny.
Yep.
We find it funny. So.
Head ball break again, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and they're all out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was.
You're a head ball breaker also. I'm gonna beat this one to death. I see so many dry breaks out of that head ball break, and she breaks the balls good.
Yeah. I said for me, it's about controlling the cue ball with the head ball break, and I have a big problem when I get out more than that within the breaking box.
Yeah.
When I get outside of that, I have a big problem controlling the cue ball. Is
it shooting off the side of the rail?
Oh, I cannot break from the side rail.
Got it.
I can only do it from one side because of a vision thing. And so I'm right-handed. I can't break from the right-hand side of the table because my vision, the way it is, I can't hit it properly. So I think have
left-hand side is the way to do it if you're right-handed anyway.
Yeah, but then because I come through so far, I've smacked my knuckle.
Oh, yeah.
On the table so many times.
Well, and the nice thing, I've heard a couple people say to me, they're like, do you even use your break cue then shooting the second ball break? Because you don't have to hit that ball that hard.
Yeah.
It's a very different break. And one of the things I studied a little bit before I came out, and one of the things that I figured out is that I was always trying to hit way too much. I was trying to make sure I caught that second ball so that it got to the rail.
Yeah.
And you really have to hit deeper into the ball. You really want to hit like center ball between the second and third ball.
Yeah. And
you're a lot more likely to make that wing ball.
I've broken with my playing cue for probably the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Before it was cool.
What kind of tip?
I actually only use a triangle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'll bet it's a pretty firm triangle at this point.
Yes.
Well, after 3 years of no pool.
Yeah, it's probably really hard. It's petrified now. So what do we got going on over here on the pool table?
Well, you saw Steve take that shot, and he just kind of froze like his cue ball did afterwards. He was like, did I really just stop that ball? Oh, pretty disappointed in that. Yeah. Jacking up to try and slice this one in, and this is a real thin cut. This is not an easy one.
I'm scared of the 8-ball here.
Yeah. I might have called a ref there.
I might have called foul. Yeah. If I was out there.
Yeah. You think foul?
it was hard to see from back here, but just the way the cue ball went, it
Yeah.
was a little suspect. But if anybody should know, it's this lady because her husband's been a ref for how many years?
She is Mrs. Referee Rabito. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, Sam, definitely one of the top refs in the game. Had quite the controversy there. Did you watch that match?
I saw it. I felt bad for Sam.
Oh, totally.
It
Yeah,
happens.
what a garbage position to be in. Anybody out there who gives the ref a hard time, come look into refereeing. Look
Yeah.
at how much it takes and look at what they get paid. This
Yeah,
is
and
about
it is one of
it is just
thankless,
garbage work.
and
Totally thankless job.
the only thing people will do is complain about you. They will not go and give you props.
No matter what.
Yeah, no, they won't. You're
Yeah.
only going to get the complaints.
Nice shot there. Well, Vanessa is looking pretty good here. No real problems.
Yeah. Yeah, what Sam had happened wasn't anywhere near as bad as somebody else from this area years ago. Was reffing a match, and it was Efren playing somebody else at like the U.S. Open.
Uh-huh.
Thought they were on break, or the match was whatever. They were in the middle of a game and taking a break, and he went right
Racked
the
the ball.
table.
Oh my God. I'm gonna have nightmares about that. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, and they went to the video and tried to put him back as close as they but raked the balls because he thought the match was over. It was horrible.
Brutal.
And of
But
course
again,
on
look-
video.
Yeah. Well, we've had those power outages. Do you remember the power outage when they just suspended play overnight and they said just leave the tables as they are. We're going to come back to play tomorrow.
Yep.
I mean, it happens. It's happened here. It's happened in Vegas. I was there when the room was raining in Vegas. The casino was leaking.
Oh, right.
They didn't know that their roof leaked because it never rains.
Yeah.
And it just dumped rain, and all of a sudden it's leaking on all the tables. It was wild.
I wasn't there the year it was leaking there, but it was leaking over in the restaurants and everything one year pretty bad too. And Vanessa's got a nice little table here. Everything goes, even though these are kind of close here. These all go, don't they?
I think she wanted to hit that a little more firm to come back across. Maybe she wanted to stay on this side, play the 6 next.
Yeah.
I like saving something down there for my key ball.
Yeah, like the 3 or something, because it looks like she's looking at shooting the 5 now. Or do you mean down at this end of the table?
No, I like keeping something at the 3-5 end,
Yeah,
the bottom side
at
of
the
this
foot
table.
side of the table. Yeah.
So yeah, if you can use this 5 ball to get on the 6, but I kind of like playing 6-1, 3-5 at this point. 6
Yeah.
ball does pass the 1.
Yeah. Maybe she doesn't like the having to shoot kind of around the 14. It's kind of like where
Yeah.
her being a woman, you could bridge behind it because you're so tall and
Yeah.
everything and be comfortable with it.
No, body
She would-
position's a huge deal.
Yeah, she would probably need to have her hand almost exactly where that 14 was to be able to bridge properly at the 6
That
for a
makes sense.
shorter woman.
Well, a real open table here if you can pick it apart. Start with the 13 here, 13 to the 15. I like 13, 15, 12, 14, 11. The 11 would be going inside. And again, that's kind of a counterclockwise rotation. If you don't see like picking half the table apart at a time, I think that's pretty common as clockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah, I think you could go to the 11 right here too from the 15.
Yeah, I think you roll that a little further if you want to stop for the 12.
Yeah.
But
now-
real natural line to get on the 11.
Yeah, just roll it up just a little, almost as much as he did there. Same kind of shot.
Yep. I might even roll further because I want to be on the side to slide over for the 14 next if I'm shooting the 11. Yeah, I don't want to have to go all the way down to the rail and back out.
Yeah.
I don't think the 12 passes the 6.
I think he has to go to the rail and back up for something.
Yeah. And again, you wanted to roll past that center line, but you don't want to roll
Well,
in.
does the 12 pass the 6 though?
That's what I don't think the 12 passes the 6. If it does, then 12 to the 14 to the 11. But I don't think it does.
Yeah.
I think you're playing the 11 up to the 14.
So how'd your first round go?
I got very fortunate. I played a really nice player, Michael Barrasso.
I know Michael Barrasso.
Really cool guy, good player. We both struggled. Michael made a couple fabulous shots. I was up 5-2. I mean, we both dogged to one another and gave each other too many chances. But I was up 5-2. I thought I played this, I mean, lockdown safe on him between two balls. He shot between the two balls, cuts this ball, I mean, 92 degrees. It was just incredible. Runs around three rails, gets kicked in the side,
Ugh.
and leaves me, I mean,
Ugh.
three balls and dead out. And gave himself it.
And you're sick for him, right?
Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah. Because I had already gotten the rolls, you know. I mean, it's about time that he gets a roll.
Yeah, Kevin always saying, no good shot goes unpunished.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I could not believe he could see the edge of that ball. I was just shocked. But good luck to him. Hope he has a great tournament. See Mike D playing over here
Yeah.
against
That's a B-side. I think
That's a
gonna be
B-side
that's
match.
B-side, yeah, because I know
Joe Tamura and Mike D in the B side of the elite already.
yes, Joe Tamura lost to Chad Visconner first round.
Wow. I was saying I was so bummed I didn't get to buy Joe. Joe was only $100, but I got a quarter of Chad.
Oh, there you go.
So that's good action.
There you go.
I didn't buy Mike D because he told me not to.
I just can't believe what James DeVee went. That's just
Well, he almost got beat by Brookman. It was 5-5. I mean, that's anybody's ball game at 5-5.
yeah.
Yeah, 7 is real cheap.
The guy's won the 10 ball one here. He's won twice. I know one time he won it.
Never won an 8-ball event, though.
Stan wasn't here.
Mm-hmm.
He's won the Platinum Division twice, 2 years in a row in Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Just saying.
Including this year, right?
Yes, he just won it. Yep. But that was the
Yeah.
9 ball and not the 8 ball, right?
Oh, you're...
Or was it the 8 ball?
No, I think it was 9-ball.
Yeah, it was. It was 9 ball. He is more of a rotation player, always has been.
Totally. His partner here shooting what could be her final 8-ball.
That's in the heart. Nice
Randy
shot,
hard in the
Randy.
pocket, takes it down 5-1. Big win for her against a really, really cool guy, Daryl Lund, a player out of our area. I really appreciate Daryl. Nice shooting to you. Daryl was kind enough to, we have a big break and run pot going at this place called Mulligan's, and Daryl, his number got pulled and he let me shoot for him and made a little bit of cash together. I broke great, but unfortunately
Do you do
had
10?
to pull up
Do
10
they
ball.
do 10% 10 ball?
I think it's 10, yeah, I think it is 10%. But man, I had just perfect break, wide open, and I made 3 on the break, and I had an easy just like over and back, but I had to get all the way on the backside, and I ran short on that ball, and we just had to take the,
Yeah, we're done. Give me the money.
yeah, ugh, was just disgusted.
I remember they first started doing that in this place in Jersey. It was all over the internet with these new, it was the 10, playing 10 ball, 10% of the pot. And once you get past like the 4 ball or something, you have to continue to run out and things like that, But they were up to, it was several $1,000s a ball.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. This was years ago when we,
That's good action.
yeah.
All right, here we are. This is big shot here for Vanessa. Stiff cut, but man, this shot favors her style of play. She hits the ball crisp, and she is going to cut this 3 in the lower left-hand corner pocket. Pretty easy to just kind of go over and back. Probably going to see the 8-ball go in that right side pocket. One thing you got to be cautious of is to not leave it on the right side of the table because that 8 is blocked by the 12. So you want to leave this ball on anywhere on the left half of the table. Oh, no running. Got a winner of a raffle here. Miss Bunny, congratulations.
Oh, I've done it again.
You broke it? I'm breaking it.
I did just see it, and I don't know what I did.
So, unfortunate miss there for Vanessa. Overcut that ball just a little bit, which kind of helped her slip a little further down and got to that right side of the table. So, might be a little relieved that she's not shooting this 8-ball right now. Still want to be at the table, though. Long shot on this 14. I mean, this is to save the rack here for Steve. Make this shot. You're in really good shape. All right. From here, you should be good to go.
The names, the paper there out at the
Oh,
edge.
got it. We were playing charades and we were not nailing it.
Yeah, no. I'll have to try harder next time.
All right.
Gonna bump the 3 and come out a little. That's a nice line.
Yes, indeed. Pretty dead straight. Got down on that shot pretty quick. Oh, nice try, Steve. You're so excited to get on that ball. You want to shoot it so bad and just
Yeah.
be done with it. But boy, your heart's racing a million miles an
Yeah.
hour.
Walk the long way around the table to grab your
Totally.
chalk.
And enjoy that moment. You just got in the 8-ball. You're
Yeah.
stoked. That's something
And
to
breathe.
Mm-hmm.
So many people hold their breath on that last ball too.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, and it's just, you know, it's the pressure, you know, the everything. That fight or flight thing too going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so many people, they hold their breath. Breathe. So you know what the first thing that contracts when you hold your breath? The
Your
blood
vision.
vessels in your eyes.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, when somebody,
Mm.
yeah, smallest blood vessels in your body are in your eyeballs. And if you're not breathing, your vision goes down.
Interesting.
Another thing I learned from that guy in Florida.
I believe it. All right, well, Steve with another long 8-ball. A lot of pressure on that last one for Vanessa. A lot of pressure here. Taking more of a look at it this time, and I like that Steve's doing that. I think he's... Looked like he's calling a bank shot. Oh, I didn't realize he couldn't see it. He is blocked by the 3-ball. And that would be a real long jump. So it looks like you can see the outside edge of the 8. He's called it back at him in that corner pocket. This is going to be a heck of a shot. We're going highlight reel if he makes this, I tell you what. I do love these back banks. Caught it a little fat.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of going to leave Vanessa in tweenerland. And he still kind of gets to the foot of that table. This is one, where you either want to fire this 3-ball in the upper right-hand corner pocket and draw to the left side rail back out for the 1, or you want to back cut the 3.
Losing my mind.
Nice and easy.
Looking all over for my phone is plugged in right here.
Did you get that? Nice. Knowing Vanessa, I think she's probably going to fire this in the upper right. And again, you can try and hold to take the 1 in the same pocket, but I don't think she's going to. And she likes a full stroke shot here. She did try and hold, tried to get under it. And maybe she was doing that kind of as a secondary safe. Long cut here for Steve. He's got to look at it, but this is not an easy shot. He's only 10 inches off that rail.
And what time is this match supposed to start? 6:30. Okay.
Who do we got coming up in the bonus stream? Bunny Williams and Don Lewis.
That's what it says.
And that's the bunny that just won the pool cue. That's exciting.
No, is it?
She was running. She's already winning.
There you go.
Wow, and look at this. Gets right on top of that 3-ball. All right, so misses the edge, gets pretty fortunate on the leave. This is not an easy shot here for Vanessa. You got to jack up on this shot. I guess you don't have to. This is one where I like playing kind of center ball outside just to know that when I catch that head rail, I want the outside to still be spinning to slow my cue ball down and to stay on the right side of that table for the one. The nice thing about this is as long as you stay low, you're not going to sell a shot on the 8 ball. So I like low to center ball outside English here. She's shooting, looks like she was lining up inside. I don't like inside because it runs towards that left side of the table. Does look like she's shooting inside. Yeah, and it kind of ran on top of that 1-4. Does leave a cut on the 8, but not an easy one. Steve's still got to finish.
Yeah. Gotta get there.
Drills it. Steve Krause. Back in action here. 3-3 here at the 2023 Western BCA Championship. I believe this is second round, Silver 2 action. And it's 3-3. We got a match on our hands. Thanks for tuning in out there to everybody watching this pool action. This is Summerfield and Sherry Ross here with Railbirds Productions. We are coming to you live from the Chinook Casino and Resort here in Lincoln City, Oregon. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're listening to, if you haven't muted us yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out. It also helps you know every time we go live to bring you hot and heavy pool action. Give some love to Ox Billiards up in Seattle. Ox is premier pool hall in the Northwest. The thing that I love the most about a business like that is they're committed to doing the thing and doing it right, and I think that it really ups the standard for everybody. I mean, people get away with just kind of grimy equipment and not really taking care of their stuff, and I think Ox has really set a new standard for pool, so hopefully we see more people follow suit. Thanks for all their support, and go out there and support them. Our Fun Day sponsors here at the 26th Annual Western BCA Championship. Big shout out to those guys. Railbirds, Jam Up, Savage, The Biggle Box, Legends Pool Hall up there in Portland, Oregon. The Water Trough, that's my favorite little guy pool hall, and they're just awesome. Like I said, I don't know anybody that does more with less space than that spot. So if you're up in the Portland area, check out the Trough. Player Sports Bar out of Everett and Kennewick, Washington. Linex, the Side Pocket, Wiley's Side Pocket in Eugene, Oregon. We've got those Ridgeback rails. Sheldon LeBeau redid the tables. Again, a small little place, and man, do they do a lot out of there. The Rose City Billiards Club and Striker Fishing Rods. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Back at it. Steve Krause stepping to the table. Head ball break. Making the head ball.
Yep. Crushed them.
Crushed him, man.
Look at this break.
This is the argument for the head ball break right here.
And I mean, I don't break them that good every time, but that's, more of the balls pulled down and away from things with part of the reason why another reason why I don't like the side break is it's pushing balls towards the side rails.
Yeah.
And with the head ball break, they will go out, but then they usually, if you hit it at the right speed, depending on the size of the table you're playing on, they hit the rails and they come back. Or if you draw your ball, like he draws his ball, he's playing to come back down table, so it's pulling his balls all up table. He hits them hard too. He crushed that break.
Plays with a very hard tip. You can hear it every single shot.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of future in that shot. Shot selection, I wasn't a fan of the opening shot there. You really got to draw that ball, and especially with a hard, shallow tip like that, that's going to be really hard to grip that ball. And yeah, kind of stuck back there. You're at a big disadvantage here being stuck down there. Not a real evident shot. 11 ball blocking the 4. Got to cut on the 6 if you want it, and you kind of have to take it. I would have liked to have started with the 5 there, get myself to the center of the table. So thin cut on that 6. Look out, corner pocket.
It's in.
Drills it. Nice shot. What a recovery.
Oh, but now look.
7 ball blocked by the 12.
Yep.
Got to come up with something. He's got a back cut on the 5. And that's kind of going to end up being your shot here, I think.
Yeah, because there really isn't any place for playing safe. If you come off of the 4 to try to do something, you're putting it into jeopardy with 3 different balls there.
Yep.
That you don't want to, and that's exactly it. He's calling yours, and I'm not surprised after that back cut. He was looking at the other game, right?
So got to look out for the scratch here. He is going to make contact with the 10, and it's a pretty natural scratch line here. So hopefully he's taking that into consideration. You don't scratch, okay.
Yeah, just kept it out of both, and now
got away with it.
He's got
blocks the 12 ball.
Yeah, he's got it sandwiched almost. I mean, it's a pretty big sandwich.
Yeah,
a lot of air in there, but
it's my kind of sandwich.
Doesn't go either way.
And she's got a good-looking table here. That's the problem with a wide open break. You don't get out, and all of a sudden your opponent's looking pretty good too. Vanessa's got to figure out something to do with the 12 ball, but aside from that, she's looking really good. I like dealing with the problems early. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I have a great shot to deal with it right now, so I think I'm going to start with the 14. Probably going 14, 11, 15, but I'm really going to try and figure out.
Yeah, there's a couple ways that you can get on the 9 to break out the 12.
Mm-hmm.
The 9 is a really nice breakout ball for.
I like using the 10 to get under to take the 9.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm clearing out this end of the table first.
Yeah. That's what I was calling. Then 11, 15, 10, 9. Hopefully you want to run right into that 12 ball. You don't even want to mess with the 5 and move it out of there because it doesn't go in the other corner either.
The angle she was just looking at, I'm wondering if she was looking at the angle from here to run up to the 9 or to the 12. But no, she is looking at it right. She's looking at the 10 from here.
Yep.
The 10 to the 9 into the 12. She's been around long enough. She knows. Then it just starts to come down to having the time to practice to execute.
She and Sam played Scotch together a long time. Both of them smart shooters. And like you say, like you see somebody come out and shoot that firm, confident stroke, even if they're missing balls, you're like, they're a player, you know. She knows what she's doing. Yeah, she's
not one of those ones that's just out there rolling everything and rolling balls around and stuff. No, she's got a stroke. And, oh wow, she missed the 15. The monitor was in the way. I didn't see it.
I feel bad. I said that right before. Like even if you see balls being missed, it's not her plan was there. I mean, very, very sound and solid shooter.
Oh, absolutely. So. Her pattern was
totally
spot on.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's almost more important to be able to do that than pocket the ball correctly. You still got to pocket the ball, but
oh, absolutely.
Especially bar box 8 ball. People discount bar box 8 ball, but this is one of the hardest games out there to play really, really consistently. A lot of different skill sets, a lot of cue ball control, and your patterns have to be correct.
Yeah, and it's a whole lot harder to learn patterns than it is to learn to start pocketing those balls, to see the proper patterns and the easier, where to find that where one leads nice and naturally to the next, where you're not having to run up and down the table.
Yeah.
And
he is playing the combo, the triple ball combo. This guy loves combos.
Yeah.
And he's hit some incredible ones.
We're going to call him the Combinator.
The Combinator. Steve Krause, the Combinator.
See, you'd put all that pressure on him.
Yeah, that's too much. No fair. Sorry, Steve. That was a tough one, though. I mean, those are
the distance between them there makes that really tough.
Speaking of combos, I think you're going to see a combo here.
The 12-9?
Yeah. Unless she's going to try and carry down and nudge the 12, but I just don't like the direction the 12 is going there. I like just coming out and playing the 12-9.
Yeah.
It's pretty much dead on. You're real close to the pocket. Tough to miss that ball.
Yeah, and a whole lot more. You have a whole lot more option for good things to happen for you shooting the 12-9, for you to come out with a shot when you pocket it. And that's what you tell yourself when I pocket, when I make this ball right here.
Mhm.
Not if, when.
I'm not a fan of starting with it. Um, I think I would probably start with. It's nice to leave the 15 just in case, but
Yeah.
I don't want to risk missing this ball. So I would rather use either the 10 or the 15 to get on the combo. Unless it looks like the 13 might have a window. Is that what she's shooting?
She's
Yeah.
shooting 13. There
I
you
didn't
go.
realize that had a window. That's a great opening shot. From here, I mean, she's got a nice natural line to go between those balls, but it's really easy to get caught up.
Is that what we're looking at here? Is there a gap to be able to cut the 9 now, or can she
No, I think she's too high. Well, it's there, but that's a pretty steep cut.
run into the 12 here?
Yes, she definitely can.
I don't know how much I like that because you're pushing it.
Towards trouble.
Yeah.
And if you hit the right side of the 12, it gets you in trouble too. All right.
She thought she was running into the 12 with the way she hit that ball.
Yeah. And at this point, you're just taking the 15 and leave your combo.
Yeah.
Put yourself in a good position to stay on the monitor, the left side of that combo when you take it.
Yeah, so that way you're pushing the 12
Mm-hmm.
up toward to the end rail and in front of the hole. Easier to get the cue ball around to,
Yeah.
where you're not having to go up in towards like the 7-2 and everything with.
Exactly.
Get rid of all of that trouble.
Overhit that one. I just got away from her. That happens
Yeah.
so easily close to the pocket. You just hit that ball a little too thin, and all of a sudden,
Yep.
it's running. And all of a sudden, that combo looks a lot tougher.
Right. And now because of the way she's having to cut this ball, the 12.
12's going back
Yeah.
at the 7.
Yeah. And it matters which way that you're cutting at a combination from.
I really like to take and just line up the shot like I'm shooting the 12 ball as my cue ball.
Yeah.
Talking to, who was it? It was Mike. What's his name? One Pocket Mike from Salem. He doesn't even play pool anymore. Anyway, he was saying, "Oh, she's looking at banking that 12." But he was saying he doesn't want
Or
to
is she
look at it.
playing the billiard on 9? What do you think about that one?
I like it. I just think I thought I saw her call the side pocket.
Yeah. What do you, yeah, push through with the 12 and call the 9. What about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think she was thinking primarily safety there,
Yeah.
and I like it. I'm glad that 8 ball didn't go any closer to the side pocket.
Yeah, she wanted to double him up, I think, maybe, or maybe get him behind the 9, double him up on the 7-2.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah. Speaking of the trough, Mr. Dan Wolf, owner and proprietor of the Water Trough, not the Water Trough, just the Trough up in Portland. Sweet little
So
spot.
he's not doing skateboarding videos anymore?
He's not. He really does a lot. He was totally new to this, and I don't know if you've been there, but he's done a lot with that place.
No, I haven't.
It's pretty cool. Well, that was not an easy shot. He did not have a natural line on it. Had to play rail first, and with it on the rail, I mean, he really had to ease that ball in and hit it well. Lining up for the long ball here on the 5. Shooting it right up the rail here. Oh, man, barely missing that ball, and you can see the disappointment. All right, and that's going to bring Vanessa back to the table, 3-3. This is a big couple balls. 3 balls away from taking a 4-3 lead in this race to 5 at the 2023 Western BCA Championship. This is Silver 2 division. There is
7 divisions.
7 divisions. Bronze 1, Bronze 2, Silver 1, Silver 2, Gold, Platinum,
And elite.
Elite. There's only 1 gold, huh?
No, only 1 gold.
Got it. Oh, shoot. Missed that ball. Gosh darn it. Well, puts him in a pretty tough spot here. He's got a tough shot on the 7 ball. I don't think there's a window to see through to the 5. So, see what he decides to do. All right.
See how he is? Oh, really? You finish.
No, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Go right ahead. How is it out there? Is it pretty? Is it dumping rain or is it nice outside? Nice. One of my favorite cards that I've seen out at the coast. It's three old guys on the beach, and one of them says it's windy today, and the other guy's like, no, it's Thursday. The other guy says, I'm with you guys. Let's grab a beer. That's the Oregon coast in a nutshell right there.
Well, sounds about right.
All right. See the crutch coming out? Yeah, kind of a tough spot.
Yeah.
I like what he's doing though. Lay that sucker down.
Yeah, lay it down.
Put your hand on it. On it. Hold it there. That's right.
I do not like the pushing with the hand
No,
like
totally.
that. Your arm swings
Yeah.
from the elbow.
Yeah, put yourself in a pool shooting position.
Yeah.
Well, rough roll there for Vanessa. I don't think she can ease that 8 past the 5. She might be able to go rail first and play the tiki shot, but that might be more of a tiki shot.
Did you see the tiki we had earlier today? I actually had one that went in. It was beautiful.
Was it?
An 8-ball. Yeah, it was a
Nice.
beautiful shot somebody did earlier.
And they go. They're so cool.
I think it was Homero that shot it. It was a really nice shot. And it was off, and the ball he was shooting it off of the back of was 2 diamonds outside of the hole.
Oh, wow.
It was a really nice shot.
Man. So I guess she can see the 9. I didn't know if she could see the 9 ball to make it. I really wanted to shoot that with confidence after missing a couple, but
Hey,
probably overstroke.
3 rails, knock then the 5 in, and
Right.
the cube will come back up and be perfect on me. I'm just
Totally. That's the shot.
if your name was Tony Chohan, that's your shot.
Well, I like shooting this one full anyway. And I mean, if you get on the bottom side of this table, that bank is very makeable.
Yes, it is.
If you make the 5 and don't get a shot, you got a pretty easy safe behind the 8. I like what you're saying. Swing for it.
Yeah, and that line towards that pocket is absolutely there.
Oh, yeah. And like I
Well,
said,
you
she's
want a high
used to
left.
hitting a real natural shot. So, I mean, it's not like you have to hit this ball super hard.
Oh,
Oh,
7
caught
got
the
in the way.
7.
That's,
Brutal.
well, she's gonna.
Calling the bank. I don't think she's going to stick with that call. That's a really tough bank.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Unless she's playing the carom.
Off of the 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. That's especially
easy.
from where the cue ball is. Even that, the
Mhm.
yeah, the pinch off of the 5 from where the cue. That's tough.
I like just rolling up, touching the 8.
Safe.
Yep, and getting to the rail. Yep, getting anxious in this game will get you in a lot of trouble. And yeah, being able to get comfortable, a lot like one pocket. I was telling that to myself on the way down here. I was like, I'm going to play 8-ball today like I play one pocket. I mean, take your opportunities when you got them, but
What do you think about play the 8 off the rail, pocket the 5 ball, and bring the cue ball back down table?
it depends on how that line's looking.
Yeah.
She's got to play pretty deep into that to pocket
Yeah.
the 5. If I was confident that I was going to make the 5, I'd like that a lot. I think I kind of like rail first into the 8, into the 5. But just can't hit this ball that hard. Looks like she's. Did she call safe or going?
She
for it?
called safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man. Yeah, you want to get behind that, but he is right on top of his work there. So you got to catch this ball real thin.
Yeah.
Or you gotta spin
shoot
around.
or shoot the 7.
Mm-hmm. There is not a world that exists that I'm shooting the 7 right now. And definitely jacked up over balls is not my forte. Do you think tall people have an easier time shooting over balls?
I don't think it has anything to do with height.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, I don't. I shoot jack. I used to hate it until I learned different bridging techniques for it.
Mhm. What's your jump over ball bridge? Are you
Jumping or jacked up?
sorry, jacked up over ball.
Jacked up. It's more of a. It's open. It's hard for me to do with the fingernails.
Well, you've got extensions with the fingernails.
Yeah, no, but it's
Tried to kick that ball in, man, and almost made it.
more like this, where we're going here.
Mm-hmm. Got it. At this point, I think I'm probably pocketing the 5. Either that or I'm knocking, just touching right behind the 8 ball and making him kick it again. Because even if he makes that kick, you can also play the 8 in front of the 5. But at that point, you're really getting into, whatchamacallit, stalemate territory. Yeah. But at silver to it, somebody's probably going to swing, you know.
Yeah, eventually.
Are we going to see our first stalemate of the year? Is there a prize for that? Do you have stalemate prizes? A sugar packet and a swift kick in the butt. Yeah. Vanessa, right to take your time here. When you play, do you hear a voice in the back of your head when you're about to do something stupid? Is it Kevin's voice, or do you hear your teacher's voice or your own?
No. No. It's.
I'm the only one that hears voices. That's not a good sign.
No, I talk to myself after I do something stupid.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's rookie. Yeah, stuff like that.
I've done a lot of learning with Joel Peck, and he's definitely a voice that I hear in my head when I'm about to do something stupid, and I'm like, oh yeah, like the voice of reason trying to talk me out of it.
Now here we could play the 8 off of the rail, make the 5,
and come back up
and come back up table.
You just want to make sure you leave that 8 there.
Yeah, you don't want it coming out to the end rail.
Oh, look out! Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh man.
She hit it. She'd hit it way too hard.
Yeah, that 8 came all the way out. Gosh darn it.
Yeah, the 8 came way over to give her. You know, it was going to be hard for him to not leave her something.
Yeah.
And that is probably going to leave a mark on the other side of the scoreboard.
Yes, indeed. That'll bring Steve to the hill first. If he's able to execute.
3-1?
Yeah. Yep.
It ain't over till it's over, till that last ball goes down.
That's the truth. This is the time where when I'm Vanessa, I'm gonna take my break. I'm gonna walk away. You got to be frustrated. You saw that. I mean, slip away from you a couple times, and sometimes it's not the other player outplaying you too. It's just the rolls on the table, and
right.
that can get to you. All right. Well, Steve getting to the hill first, and I believe it's him to nope. Vanessa's break. She's walking away.
Yep. She's going to go use the restroom.
Yep, that's smart.
I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. Or wait, I got a tea bags over here. I'm going to go get hot water.
All right. While Sherry stays away, I'll be keeping you company here with Railbirds TV, the 2023 Western BCA Championship here in Lincoln City, Oregon at the Chinook Winds Casino and Resort. You get a chance, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Show us some love, and we're going to let you know every time we go live. We're going to bring in you Northwest Pool all week long here at the Chinook Winds Casino and Resort. Player break. Ooh, I like it. Where's the chugga-cha-chung-chung? The commercial. Commercial 1. Man, you guys watch that Northwest Cup? I love that thing. I'm excited for it. Come on, Ox Billiards. We're back. Back to player break. All right, towards the end of this match, Steve Krause leading 4-3. They're on a break, and I'm going to take a little break too. We'll be right back with you for the dramatic conclusion of this Silver 2 action. We're coming back. We're coming to you live. 2023 Western BCA Championship. There we go. And I'm back. Sherry's back. Vanessa's back. Steve's back. Let's do this thing. Ernie and Maury's back. Yeah.
I saw Joel, he was over there playing just a little bit ago.
What up? Yeah, Mr. Dean. All right, there we go. Another break. Get in there. 3-ball, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. All of them are there. Dry break there from Vanessa Rabito. The ball's pretty square, but again, that's the trouble that I have with that head ball break.
Yep.
Pretty open table here. Steve Krause. I think that I like the stripes in the situation. No reason being that 13, maybe the 13's not blocking the 4. Well, I like him less now. If you can see that 13 ball playing the 13 to break the 15 right now is probably a good decision. I don't think I would have wanted to roll that ball. I think I would have wanted to use that to break that 15-6 out. But if you can get to it now, that's the shot. Makes contact with it, barely missing that ball.
How did that not fall?
And leaving Vanessa in.
Yeah, in a world of hurt.
Tricky spot.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much of that 4 ball can she see? Does she have to shoot at the 7?
Looks like she can see the edge of it. I mean, I think she can see more than the edge of it.
Well, then shoot that 4 at that 14, open up the 1, and, hopefully the 4 doesn't come back over and get into trouble.
Yeah, but that opens up his 14 too.
Ain't nobody running out.
Ain't nobody running out. You got a point.
I mean, facts are the facts, and the sooner that they learn to see that, the more games they're going to start winning. The sooner you're not going to get that frustration of getting into those last couple of balls and what do I do and how do I get them out.
Yeah.
And the game becomes a little more enjoyable too.
Totally. Well, and we've seen Vanessa miss a couple shots she wouldn't normally miss.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that is overthinking. There's the thinking zone and the shooting zone. And when I start missing balls I know I'm not supposed to miss, I usually find myself doing too much thinking at the table and not enough thinking standing up. So.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But all of the thinking should be happening while you're standing up. And one of the things when I learned when I'm working with JD, he says, you've already all done all the work while you're standing here. You know where you want to get. You know how you got to hit the ball to make it get there.
Yep.
All there is to bend over and execute.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easier said than done, but.
Exactly. Yeah, but simplifying complicated things, I think, is an important thing to do.
But yeah, he says, you've already done all the work while you're standing there. What's there to think about?
Yeah. I think a really common thing to hear people say is like, oh man, well, you made it look easy. You made it look simple. This game is easy. It should be very simple because we know how to do everything. Human error is the only thing standing in the way of us playing perfect pool.
Your mind is the only thing that's standing in front, in your way.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I always talk about is, when you come out, oftentimes the first couple racks you shoot great because your brain hasn't figured out how to be in the way of your body yet. Your body knows what to do. You just got to let it do it. Yeah,
that's why I said, I ain't played pool in 3 years. First 2 games, I probably break and run out, and then I probably can't hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah.
After that.
Yeah, I'm such a feel player that when things are feeling good, it's great. But once I miss a ball and I don't know why, that's when I start overthinking things, and it's so easy to get caught up in that.
Mm-hmm. Oh no.
Drift to being in there.
Yeah, he did. Played it a little real first there, being a little tricky and.
Old tricky.
Get out the jump cue and fire that 11 in.
Fire the 11 in, yeah. 12 ball. I think he's looking at the
carom.
The carom.
The cannon.
Well, this is not an easy shot. It also breaks out that ball. Makes a good swing at it. Nice try. And hangs in a pocket. That's a good place to leave it.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
I like to leave some of those sometimes when things are in trouble to where, if you have something hanging in a hole and you're trying to break something out, I do like them so that if I get messed up, I know how to kick it a hole.
Totally. Yeah.
If you know stuff about the diamond system and everything, you know how the general location of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I know how to scratch off of this shot or that shot.
Yeah, exactly. Teaching yourself how to scratch, that's a big one.
So then, you know the line to be able to play carom on the ball and things like that. And it can get you out of a jam when you're trying to break stuff up and things end up funny.
Yeah.
Because you're running into 5 balls.
She was looking at coming to the 2. That's what I wanted to do there too. Honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to play the 7 here, but she's going to take the back cut on the 2. I think she was trying to play the 5 next. Kind of overran that. She's looking at this combo, and I think that's smart. I was looking at the back cut on the 7, but just taking her medicine here and shooting this combo, very, very makeable. Just got to make sure you buckle down, make that ball, draw off it so you don't get stuck down there. And from there, your only real tricky ball is the 6. Man, she might... No, I guess she doesn't have a cut on it now.
Nice shot.
Excellent shot.
Fire in the hole.
Yep. A lot of options here. Knowing that you still got to do something with the 6 and that you're coming straight into that pack. I kind of like rolling into the 8 ball here, but unfortunately it's really easy for the 8 ball to then roll in the way of the 3. I guess I like playing 4 to the 3, 3 to the 6. It's really easy for you to come off the 3 and that left side rail and back out to get yourself shot on the 6. The 6 may actually pass under the 12, and if it does, then you just want to get yourself good and straight on the 3. Yep, so 4, 3, 6, 5, 8. Like Kevin says, if you don't have to move it, don't do it. She's taking a look at that right now, and it's tight. I didn't think that that ball passed, but the way she's looking at it, it might. Controlling speed on this one is a big deal. This ball can come flying off. Making sure you hit not up towards that side pocket, but also making sure you don't make contact with that 11. Gets past it. Nice shot. Gets pretty straight here, so hopefully that 6 goes in the left. Sorry, in the right side, right corner.
Sophia Tran, a while back when we were talking about, your how good we play from up here, she says your commentating Fargo is 800.
Yep. Yeah, right? Yeah, I commentate at a far higher level than I play. Well, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yep, never miss a ball up here. And she was trying to draw into it, and unfortunately making contact with that 6 ball first. That was a long bridge to get a crisp stroke out of.
Yeah, it was.
I think she can see that 5 ball, though, and if I like anybody to drill this 5 and draw back for the 6, it's her.
Absolutely.
Loves to hit a good full stroke shot. Do you think she can see that whole 5? I think she can.
Yeah, I think she can. Just snatch your rock backwards and shoot the 6. I think she got the angle. Yeah, they come up on that side of the 6.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like she might be coming right on top of that 11-8.
Well, that wouldn't be a good one.
No.
No? Well, just pull right back through them then.
Yep, there you go.
If there ain't a road, make one.
Mm-hmm.
Bust your way through.
Slap it in and run out.
Mm-hmm.
And she is drawing that ball. I think I kind of like running around 3 rails on this shot. It looks like she has enough to get to that left side rail. I like playing high inside, left side, head rail. Guess that's pretty narrow. You might be coming in. Had plenty.
Oh, no, stay up. Okay.
Yeah. Didn't scratch. Got down there on the 6 ball. Excellent effort, but just put a little too much muscle into it.
Got a little bit full.
Ball. Yep. Tell if you can see under that 12.
I think you can see it to cut the 12 in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can, I think that's the place to start. Otherwise, I think the 11 to the 14.
Yep. That's a combination. What would be the chances he would shoot that?
Right? Substantial.
So, I know there's all kinds of mixed feelings and mixed whatever about brands and stuff, but I am really loving that run in out instead of in and out burger
You like it?
shirt. Yeah.
What about the Just Bank It that is like the Predator swoosh?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one today. I was like, I like that one. Everybody's getting so clever with their things.
Do you know what the "Just Do It" slogan came from? The fellow that came up with that slogan died recently, and I heard a whole exclusive on him.
I did not. I do not know where it started.
It was stolen from an execution. A fellow that was about to be executed gave a "Just do it." It's become one of the most iconic slogans in sports and
Well,
advertising.
but it's gone from something negative like that to something positive. Oh,
Totally.
look at that.
Throws them both.
And that's when you want them both to go.
This is a tough shot, though. He's got to punch this ball and knock the 12 into a good position because carrying forward, he's going to get himself in trouble here. Just keep playing good.
Yep, you want to make it over here, just keep winning. Eventually you'll get here.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. Makes that ball, but he gets right in on his work. Still got a cut on it, but he is right on top of it, man. Oh man. From here, I think if he's shooting straight into it, I might be calling a ref. Kevin, you calling a ref from there? It's pretty close. Guess I should be asking Sherry, but she's busy. Yeah, it depends on the opponent. Oh yeah, especially hitting a high ball.
No.
Yeah, this is a little nip stroke. Yeah, like this, I'm calling a ref. It's a good.
Perfect.
Man, Steve,
Bumped.
nice shooting. Steve shooting his 8-ball to take this first match down.
Yeah, to come back from down 3-1.
Huge comeback.
Yeah.
Had a feel for Vanessa there. Just a couple things didn't go her way, but it ain't over. And I tell you what, if she gets back to the table, you better look out. Steve with a shot on the 8, taking it down. All right, big win for Steve Krause there. Congratulations to him, the Silver 2 division of the Western BCA Championship.
And this is a side first round, so Vanessa's still in.
Yep. Vanessa living to fight another day. This is Sherry Ross and Summerfield Habner with Railbirds TV. Thank you guys so much for tuning in out there. We love having you. We got more action coming to you
Momentarily.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.